NXT Takeover in Your House Year 2 Universe Mode. Real quick, I'm going to go over some new things that I didn't go over in the Money in the Bank stream earlier because I was short on time. We're going to go over all the... I know we have a draft video, but we're gonna go over everything. Okay, so AJ Styles is on Raw. He's the WWE World Heavyweight Champion. Tozawa's on NXT. I'm not using that Alexa Bliss because this Alexa Bliss is currently ranked as the number one contender for the Raw Women's Championship. Yeah. So Alexa Bliss, the 21 version is on Raw. Alexander Wolf is on NXT. He is also the NXT North American Champion. Andre the Giant's on NXT. Angel Garza is on SmackDown. Dawkins is on Raw. Cruz is on Raw. Daivari on NXT. Asuka's on NXT. Theory's on NXT. Batista's on NXT. Bayley's on SmackDown. Becky Lynch is one half of the Raw women, or the WWE Women's Tag Team Champions. She's on Raw. Yeah. There's some strange things that I forgot happened in my universe mode, like her tag partner and the SmackDown Tag Team Champions that. You'll see. So Beth Phoenix is on SmackDown. Bianca Blair's on Raw. Big Boss Man's on Raw. Big E's on NXT. Billie Kay's on Raw. She is also Miss Money in the Bank. She won the match at Money in the Bank, obviously. So she can cash in whenever. I do want to say that I believe it was Ivar from the Viking Raiders that won the men's Money in the Bank match, and he cashed in on John Cena the following SmackDown and lost. There's that. Bobby Lashley's on Raw. The Boogeyman, part of the DLC, put him on SmackDown. Booker T's on NXT. Braun Strowman's on NXT. Bret Hart's on SmackDown. Brian Kendrick's on NXT. Lesnar's on Raw. Cactus Jack, part of the DLC, he's on Raw. Cameron Grimes is on NXT. Candice LeRae's on NXT. Carmella's on Raw. Cedric's on NXT. Cesaro's on SmackDown. Chad Gable's on NXT. Charlotte Flair's on SmackDown. Chyna's on Raw. Dakota Kai's on NXT. Damian Priest is the current United States Champion. He's on Raw. I believe he defended it successfully against Jeff Hardy at Money in the Bank, if I do remember. So these two, Dana Brooke and Becky Lynch, were in a rivalry for the Raw Women's Championship. Somehow, they were put up against the Iconics, who were then WWE Women's Tag Team Champions, and they won. Then Becky Lynch lost the title, or lost the Raw Women's Championship, and they've been tag champions ever since. So, yeah. Danny Burch is on NXT. Have not used the Demon Finn Balor yet. Hopefully that comes soon. Maybe next season in Universe Mode. Not sure. We'll see. Dexter Lumis, NXT. Diesel on SmackDown. I want to say I was using Kevin Nash year 1, but he wasn't ranked high enough, so I ended up putting him back in free agency and putting Diesel on SmackDown. Dolph Ziggler's on Raw. I haven't been able to use that one yet. I think I'm still using T-Bar, so Dijakovic has not been used. Dominic Mysterio's on NXT. Gulak's on Raw. McIntyre's on SmackDown. I'm not using that Eddie Guerrero right now, but we're using the 97 Eddie Guerrero, and he's on Raw. Edge is on NXT. Elias on Raw. Ember Moon on SmackDown. Bischoff is on SmackDown. Eric is on SmackDown. Farouk's on Raw. Fabian Eichner's on NXT. Fandango's on NXT. Finn Balor's on Raw. Goldberg, NXT. Meta League on Raw. So, Happy Corbin is the WWE Intercontinental Champion, plus he is one half of the SmackDown Tag Team Champions. And you're gonna be shocked as fuck when you see who his fucking tag team partner is. Because I know I was. Alright, so we don't have Hollywood Hogan right now. Because we have Hulk Hogan. He's on SmackDown. Karilla's on SmackDown. Ilja Dragunov, part of the DLC. He's on NXT. Andy Hartwell is on SmackDown. She was part of the DLC. Io Shirai is the NXT Women's Champion. Swerve Scott is on NXT. Ivar. He was Mr. Money in the Bank. Cashed in against John Cena. Failed. Jake the Snake Roberts is on Raw. JBL's on the NXT. Jeff Hardy's on Raw. Jerry the King Lawler's on NXT. Jey Uso's on SmackDown. Jim Neidhart's on SmackDown. Jimmy Uso's on SmackDown. Jinder Mahal's on SmackDown. Joko and Wild's on NXT. John Cena is the WWE Universal Champion. He's on SmackDown. John Morrison is one half of the WWE Raw Tag Team Champions. He's on Raw. Gargano's on NXT. Jordan Devlin is the NXT Cruiserweight Champion. Casey Catanzaro, she was part of the DLC too. Hot as fuck. She's on Raw. Kalisto is on Raw. Kane, we're not using this Kane because we're using the 08 version of Kane. He's on Raw. Karrion Kross is on Raw. Kaylee Ray is the NXT UK Women's Champion. She's on NXT, obviously. Keith Lee's on NXT. Like I said, not using that Kevin Nash right now. I believe I'm going to use the NWO versions if... I think what I'm going to do is, since Hollywood Hogan is the first one, since it's alphabetical order, since we get to Hulk Hogan first, if I have to switch it to Hollywood Hogan, then I will switch all of them to the NWO versions. But if Hulk Hogan stays the same, or is ranked high enough, or is a champion, then he stays, and then I will do the Kevin Nash and Scott Hall version, and the X-Pac version, yeah, instead of the NWO versions, if that makes sense. Kevin Owens on Raw. Have not used King Booker yet. Excited to eventually use him though. King Corbin, not yet. Nakamura, he's on SmackDown. King Nakamura is on SmackDown. Kofi Kingston's on SmackDown. Kushida's on NXT. Kyle O'Reilly's on NXT. Lacey Evans on NXT. Lana's on Raw. Dorado's on Raw. Liv Morgan's on NXT. Mace on Raw. Macho Man Randy Savage on NXT. Mandy Rose on NXT. Mansoor, SmackDown. Marcel Barthel, NXT. Maurice Raw. Mia Yim, not being used because I'm using Reckoning. Mickie James is on SmackDown. Miz is the other half of the Raw Tag Team Champions. He's on Raw. So I haven't used that one yet. Montez Ford, he's on Raw. Mr. McMahon's on NXT. Murphy's on Raw. Mustafa Ali's on SmackDown. MVP's on Raw. Naomi's on Raw. Natalia's on SmackDown. Nia Jax is on Raw. Nikki ASH is on Raw. Haven't used Nikki Cross yet. Omos is on NXT. He was part of the DLC. Excited to see where that goes. Oney Lorcan's on NXT. Otis on NXT. Papa Shango's on SmackDown. Pete Dunne's on NXT. Peyton Royce on Raw. R-Truth on NXT. Randy Orton on Raw. Raquel Gonzalez on NXT. Raul Mendoza, NXT. Razor Ramon's on SmackDown. Reckoning is the current Raw Women's Champion. She's on Raw. Rey Mysterio, not using that one. I'm using the 05 version of Rey Mysterio. He's on NXT. that one doesn't pan out, then I gotta switch to the 06. If that one doesn't work out, then the 08, then the 09, then the 11, then the December 09, then the Rey Mysterio Jr., then the 96 Rey Mysterio Jr. Alright. Rhea Ripley's on Raw. Ric Flair, the 88 version of Ric Flair's on Raw. Ricochet's on SmackDown. Riddle on Raw. Rikishi on SmackDown. Rikishi was actually part of the DLC, I think. Was he? I can't remember. I don't think he was. Road Dogg, he's on NXT. Robert Roode's on Raw. The Rock's on SmackDown. Roderick Strong's on NXT. Roman Reigns SmackDown. Roddy Piper is on Raw. Sami Zayn's on SmackDown. Samoa Joe on NXT. Santos Escobar on NXT. Sasha Banks on SmackDown. Scott Hall not being used. NWO Scott Hall not being used. Seth Rollins on Raw. Haven't used the 2020 Seth Rollins yet. Shane McMahon on NXT. Shawn Michaels, haven't used him yet. But currently using the 05 Shawn Michaels, he's on Raw. Shayna Baszler's on Raw. Sheamus on SmackDown. Shelton Benjamin on NXT. Nakamura's not being used because King Nakamura. Shotzi's on SmackDown. Slapjack's on NXT. Sonya Deville's current SmackDown Women's Champion. Stephanie McMahon on Raw. Stone Cold's on NXT. 6, I'm not using him yet. T-Bar's on Raw. Tamina's on SmackDown. Teddy DiBiase's on Raw. Tegan Nox on SmackDown. Thatcher's on NXT. Taz O'Neill on NXT. Ciampa's on NXT. Tony Storm's on SmackDown. Trent Seven is one half of the NXT Tag Team Champions. Triple H on NXT. Trish Stratus on SmackDown. Tucker's on NXT. Tyler Bates, the other half of the NXT Tag Team Champions. Tyler Bates on NXT. Ultimate Warrior Raw. Umaga was part of the DLC. Glad he's back in a WWE game. I'm not gonna lie. I love playing with Umaga back in the 07, 08, 09, 2010 games. It was fun beating the shit out of everybody with Umaga. So he's on NXT. The Undertaker, somehow, someway, is the other half of the SmackDown Tag Team Champions with Happy Corbin. Don't ask me how that happened. They were tagged together against, I want to say it was, I want to say it was either the Usos or it was, I can't remember. If you want to look at it, go back, watch one of my streams. I can't remember what it is. So yeah, hopefully they lose the title soon, so we don't have to see that pairing anymore. I'm not gonna lie, I don't like the Undertaker with Happy Corbin. It's not a good mix. 02 Undertaker, 2010 Undertaker, 95 Undertaker, 98 Undertaker, WrestleMania 36 Undertaker. Then we have Vader. He's on SmackDown. I want to say he maybe was on the DLC, but I'm not sure. Walter is NXT champion and also NXT UK champion. William Regal's on SmackDown. Xbox on SmackDown. Xavier Woods on SmackDown. Yokozuna was part of the DLC. Glad he's in the game. He's on Raw. So yeah, there's that. Okay, so so it started out as Ripley and Nikki at ASH, then Peyton Royce and Billie Kay, then Billie Kay and Peyton Royce won, and it kept going back and forth between those two teams, and then Shayna Baszler and Nia Jax came in, and then Peyton and Billie won them back, and then Nikki and Rhea won them back, and then Shotzi and Tegan took them to SmackDown for a little bit, and then Becky Lynch and Dana Brooke brought it back to Raw. So yeah, we got that. So John Cena lost it to Drew McIntyre, and then John Cena won it back. Then King Nakamura cashed in Money in the Bank, got it from John Cena, and John Cena won it back. Then Cesaro got it from John Cena, then John Cena got it back, then Cesaro got it back, and then Eddie Guerrero beat Cesaro, then John Cena finally got it back from Eddie Guerrero. Then Damian Priest lost it to Jeff Hardy. Apollo Crews lost it, or Jeff Hardy lost it to Apollo Crews. Then Titus O'Neil beat Apollo Crews for it. Damian Priest beat Titus O'Neil for it. Jeff Hardy beat Damian Priest. Tucker beat Jeff Hardy. Then Damian Priest beat Tucker. So that's where we at with that. SmackDown Tag Team titles started out with the Viking Raiders. Then went to the Usos. Then the Viking Raiders. Then the Usos. Then the Viking Raiders. Then the New Day. Then the New Day. Then the Viking Raiders. Then the Usos. And then Taker and Corbin. So there's that. So it started out with Orton and Riddle, and then Otis and Gable won, and then Ziggler and Rude won. Then Montez Ford then the Street Profits won them. Ziggler and Rude won. Then the Street Profits, and then finally it was Miz and Morrison. Yeah, Corbin is probably my longest reigning champion in the universe. As you see, he's defended the title. Yeah, he beat Nakamura for it, and then has held it ever since. So Brock Lesnar had the WWE World Heavyweight or the WWE Championship. Big E beat him. Shane McMahon beat Big E. Bobby Lashley beat Shane McMahon. Big E beat Bobby Lashley. AJ Styles beat Big E. Brock Lesnar beat AJ Styles. AJ Styles beat Brock Lesnar. Kevin Owens beat AJ Styles. And then AJ Styles beat Kevin Owens for the WWE Championship. But we're wasting time right here now. All right, so tonight we have a 6-man tag team match between Mustache Mountain and Joaquin Wilde, part of Santo Escobar's crew, against Imperium's Barthel and Eichner and the leader, Santos Escobar. I don't understand this match at all, but we're going to get it at NXT TakeOver in your house. Then we have Isaiah Swerve Scott taking on Dexter Lumis. Should be a good one. Kyle O'Reilly takes on the Brian Kendrick. Should be a very good match right there. Then we have Breezango taking on The Way, Theory, and Gargano. I wouldn't mind seeing Gargano go for the NXT title, not gonna lie. Then the NXT North American title is on the line. Cameron Grimes takes on Alexander Wolf. And then a triple threat main event match for the NXT World Championship. Walter defends against Samoa and Timothy Thatcher. So, let's get into the action. Actually, let's check out the news first. I think I'm going to start doing this for every stream, before every pay-per-view. So, Brian Kendrick and Jordan Devlin got into a stare down in the ring, putting the crowd into an uproar over the anticipation of these two superstars in a title match. Both competitors have shown they're taking this championship match seriously, promising an intense bout between the two rivals. Trent Seven and Tyler Bate took the win in their non-title match with huge implications. They've shown that they can beat Marcel Barthel and Fabian Eichner tonight. They can ride this wave of momentum into their tag team championship match right around the corner and win again. Fandango has had enough from his rival, taking out all of his frustrations and anger on Austin Theory with a furious attack. The superstar's perseverance and courage are being put on display after delivering payback. The WWE Universe shouted their disapproval to Isaiah Swerve Scott after his display of disrespect towards his opponent and the crowd. A volatile exchange between Austin Theory and Fandango in their singles match reignited the flames of the previous rivalry between their teams. Hostility and aggression breaking out between both sides seems almost inevitable at this point. Dexter Lumis was all over Isaiah Swerve Scott as soon as the bell rang, delivering an onslaught to his opponent until the referee had to step in. The superstar's momentum doesn't look like it can be stopped as he continues to compete against his rival. Austin Theory came down to ringside while brooding as he watched his rival's match. He made his move after the match ended, attacking Fandango to start a brawl between the two superstars. Their hostility may be past the point of no return, both of them wanting to beat each other in fights instead of matches. Isaiah Swerve Scott continued to beat down his opponent Dexter Lumis after the match. The animosity between the two superstars made uncomfortably clear that their rivalry means more than winning and losing. This is personal, and there will be violence. Coming out of a loss in tonight's match, Austin Theory and Johnny Gargano argued with each other over who was at fault. Will these superstars be able to resolve their issues and get back on the same page to take on their rivals? Are we seeing a split between the way? I might get my wish. Gargano might go after the NXT title. Staying up to his enemy's aggression, Dexter Lumis got even from last week and gave Isaiah Swerve Scott a taste of his own offense. Being no stranger to his rival's intensity, he's made it clear that he won't back down in this rivalry no matter how rough it gets. In another disturbing display of aggression from Austin Theory and Johnny Gargano, the two superstars openly assaulted their rivals, Fandango and Tyler Breeze. The level of contempt this team has leaves some people questioning if they're even concerned about winning their matches against their opponents, or if they just want to hurt them. Isaiah Swerve Scott's music played as a distraction, drawing Dexter Lumis' focus towards the stage while his enemy assaulted him from behind. This type of attack shows the animosity the superstar has for his rival, looking to inflict damage without giving him a chance to fight back. Tensions between Fandango and Austin Theory have grown out of control, the two superstars fighting with each other before their match could start. The officials will have their hands full if things get worse between these rivals. Isaiah Swerve Scott continued to beat down his opponent Dexter Lumis after the match. Animosity between the two superstars made uncomfortably clear that their rivalry means more than winning and losing. This personal, and there will be violence. In another disturbing display of aggression from Austin Theory and Johnny Gargano, the two superstars simply assaulted their rivals Fandango and Tyler Breeze. The level of contempt this team has leaves some people questioning if they're even concerned about winning their matches against their opponents or if they just want to hurt them. I feel like I've read that before. The Brian Kendrick appeared on stage after Jordan Devlin's match, making a statement to the champion and the crowd that his title reign is coming to an end. Time will tell if the champ is concerned about the message and his competition. Isaiah Swerve Scott was blindsided from behind with an attack by Dexter Lumis before the match could start. Fighting between the rivals continued even after the referee called off the match. The assailant just couldn't wait for their big match before getting his hands on his opponent. Austin Theory and Johnny Gargano take a win with aggressive showing, setting the tone as they head into their big match against their enemies with momentum on their side. Will we see a repeat performance to cap off their rivalry? Kyle O'Reilly showed up after the Brian Kendrick's match and taunted his rival in the ring over his performance. This might just be the start of a long-term plan to get under his rival's skin, making him likely to make mistakes when it matters the most. Austin Theory and Johnny Gargano carried out a relentless assault on Tyler Breeze and Fandango. These superstars are bent on inflicting pain on their rivals and anyone else who gets in their way and show no signs of stopping. Isaiah Swerve Scott ambushed Dexter Lumis from behind and beat up his rival. There's a growing animosity from the superstar after feeling slighted after last week and his quick temper pushing him to such drastic measures to get even. Isaiah Swerve Scott made his intention clear after blindsiding Dexter Lumis before the match could start. He wants to hurt his opponent and will attack him when he least expects it. Volatile exchange between Austin Theory and Tyler Breeze in their singles match. Nah. Alright, they're still going at it. All right, Ciampa and Barthel are now rivals. That's great. Thatcher and Barthel are now rivals. Thatcher and Walter are now rivals. Barthel and Thatcher are now rivals. Barthel and Ciampa are now rivals. Walter and Thatcher are now rivals. Okay. Let's get into it, shall we?
You know, competition has been at the root of all conflict and discord we've seen in WWE over the past few weeks. And tonight, it all comes to a head.
Tonight, the scores will be settled. Tonight, it's personal. Tonight, it's payback.
And it all starts right now. Tyler Bate and Trent Seven. Real British strong style here.
The following contest is a six-man tag team match. And at a combined weight of 391 pounds, the NXT Tag Team Champions, Tyler Bate and Trent Seven, Mustache Mountain.
Despite facial hair, they're very tough competitors. You know, they utilize British strong style, wrestling, mixing Japanese strikes and British grappling. Mustache Mountain is a joy to watch.
Very unique offense, extremely difficult to prepare for. I wish I could grow a mustache. I think you should focus on the top of your skull first, Saxton.
You know, some people would say, no, I won't, but some people would say that they may be the best tag team out of the UK since the British Bulldogs.
These guys hail from Mustache Mountain. Does that make you from Peach Fuzz Peak, Saxton? That's not funny.
At a combined weight of 375 pounds, Joaquin Wilde and Santos Escobar, Legado del Fantasma.
We're looking at some of the most intense competitors in all of WWE about to take part in one of the most anticipated matches ever. Fabian Eichner, Marcel Barthel, this is Imperium.
Alongside Alexander Wolf and Walter, they fight for all that is sacred in the ring.
And at a combined weight of 440 pounds, Marcel Barthel and Fabian Eichner, Imperium!
Imperium stands for all that is sacred while fighting in the ring.
Imperium has little patience for superstars who like to have fun or apparently show passion.
Like those superstars, you're wasting your time. Fabian Aichner, a former cruiserweight standout who added a solid 30 pounds of muscle. Bartel, a second-generation superstar who trained in wrestling and boxing as a child.
Yeah, both these men standouts in their home countries. Aichner in Italy, Bartel in Germany, and they've become even more successful in NXT UK, NXT, and the WWE.
And they consider every match a test of their pedigree.
We have tag team competition getting underway.
Whose house is it? It's Swerve's house!
What does that make you, Saxton? Like the annoying neighbor who calls the cops when the music's too loud?
That's not a very nice thing to say, Corey.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Tacoma, Washington. Weighing in at 201 pounds, Isaiah Swerve Scott.
Lots of swagger, but also lots of discipline. Coming from a military family with time spent in the Army Reserves himself.
A true student of the game, even hosts his own wrestling podcast on the WWE Network.
Don't sound so excited, Michael. Don't give anyone a podcast.
You are never invited back. And I'm going to have your episode deleted, Saxton.
A strange, unsettling feeling has just come over this building.
Loomis strikes me as the type of dude you'd hang out with,
And
Saxton.
his opponent from Recluse, Wyoming. Weighing in at 239 pounds, Dexter Loomis.
Almost reptilian in his movements.
Yeah, inhuman, cold-blooded. I don't think I want to know what's going on behind those eyes.
It is impossible to presume the intentions of this human being.
Mind games personified, made sentient.
He wants to do an interview with Byron after the match.
Oh, no thanks.
Come on, jump in there, Dr. Phil.
Isaiah Swerve. Well, here's a man who's been called one of the best pure strikers in all of WWE.
It's a statement that's hard to argue with. We are looking at one of NXT's most successful competitors ever.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Vancouver, British Columbia, weighing in at 200 pounds, Kyle O'Reilly.
This is a man who held the NXT tag titles for nearly 700 days and won the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic.
Amazing grappling and striking skills, supremely competent.
O'Reilly's already backed it up and continues to do so. The brighter the lights, the harder the strikes for Kyle O'Reilly.
Here comes a man with a plan himself, the Brian Kendrick.
Unpredictable and as dangerous as the day is long.
And his opponent from Venice, California, weighing in at 174 pounds, the Brian Kendrick.
Kendrick, a multi-time tag team champion, a former cruiserweight champion as well, ultra-talented veteran of the ring.
When you're as ready and prepared and plan as well as Kendrick, titles just sort of happen. Don't you guys just love it when a great plan comes together?
Brian Kendrick comes into tonight's match with 20 years of experience. He's such a unique talent, often referred to as the Brian Kendrick.
When you look up the word veteran in the dictionary, you see a picture of this man. There is almost nothing he hasn't seen throughout his 20-year career.
Kendrick has one of the most complete sets of knowledge in the industry. If you haven't done your homework, you have a looking to finish this one early. And that only gets a 1 count.
Probably knew that wasn't going to be enough at this stage, but every time you cover your opponent, you make them kick out. Every kick out exerts energy.
Firm control.
Oh, what a kick to the face.
Oh my God.
Oh, look at this aggression, just pure brutality.
Come on, easy.
Just breaking down the opponent.
Oh, stomping away.
Kyle O'Reilly coming into this match with something to prove. Corey, how can you stop someone with devastating strikes and crippling submissions like
Lift off.
Ooh, man.
O'Reilly is getting picked apart right now.
O'Reilly's limb's a bit damaged. It's going to make it tough for his strikes and grappling skills to be a factor.
Will this be enough? And still hanging on.
He's determined to keep this matchup going.
Rear chin lock, and now just rapid fire punches.
Uh-oh. Armbreaker.
Kick lands. All measured up.
Drop kick to the spine.
O'Reilly was ready there.
Oh, look at this here. Arm wrench.
Oof, kick finds it.
That shoulder targeted there.
O'Reilly just couldn't do it. Still only got one.
This is where great cardio makes all the difference, helping you stay alive deep into the match.
And finds a counter.
Setting it up. Down, brain buster.
Right there is O'Reilly proving just how...
Guillotine cinched in. There's the body lock. This one could be over.
I think he's got it locked in good. I just don't know how to counter this thing.
I don't want to...
Looking to counter the guillotine. Look at this power.
the fashion popo.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. On the way to the ring, at a combined weight of 456 pounds, the team of Tyler Breeze and Fandango, Breezango.
Well, they beat Imperium to become the NXT Tag Team Champions.
Breezango, longtime veterans here in WWE, but still the most fashionable team around.
They cannot stand your choice in outfits.
I don't believe that's true.
No, it's a fact, Saxton. I asked Deputy Dango prior to the match. Maybe Dango will let you borrow that hat.
And their opponents, accompanied by Candice LeRae, at a combined weight of 419 pounds, Austin Theory and Johnny Gargano, the Way!
The WWE Universe already reaching a fever pitch upon their arrival, and we are just seconds away from a highly anticipated match.
Started this tag team contest here with Tyler Breeze and Fandango. Then the opposing team is, of course, filled with Austin Theory and Johnny Gargano.
We have to be expecting a frenetic pace in this matchup. These teams stop for nothing. They are all go from bell to bell.
And that holds Theory back.
Neckbreaker. Ouch. Well-placed kick.
Devastating elbow. He's staring his opponent down, getting into that zone.
Now trampling the opposition.
And he's able to reverse. No, oh, that'll break his arm. Vicious. A drop kick from the middle rope.
Nicely done. Vicious right forearm.
Oh, what a clubbing blow. Oh, and Breeze fights back. Great counter. Oh, what a kick.
Right to the gut. Snap suplex. It's time to take this night to the moon.
The wealthiest man in all of NXT.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the NXT North American Championship. Introducing the challenger from Burlington, North Carolina, weighing in at 220 pounds, Cameron Grimes.
So you could say Cameron Grimes is similar to the $1 Million Man Ted DiBiase, but even classier.
Everything about Cameron Grimes is money. A diamond-encrusted hat on the inside. Saxton, that's why you're not allowed to touch Cameron's hat.
Not even for like a minute?
No.
Alexander Wolf.
And introducing the champion, representing Imperium from Dresden, Germany, weighing in at 245 pounds. He is the NXT North American Champion, Alexander Wolf.
This guy's had some battles with many WWE competitors before they actually came to this big stage. People like Drew Gulak and Oney Lorcan.
Yeah, once you get past the aura of intimidation that Alexander Wolf has, he is an extremely accomplished competitor inside the ring.
Look at that determined look on Alexander Wolf's face.
Well, I think Wolf is determined to prove himself to Imperium tonight.
This title represents America, Mexico, and Canada.
The NXT North American Championship has quickly become one of the most revered titles in our industry. Corey, what does it mean for the superstar that holds that title?
Well, as we're about to find out, it means you are the fightingest champion on the hottest sports entertainment brand in the world. It means you're a tireless competitor, willing to do anything to steal the show.
And shoulders are down. Kick out, close to 3.
We'll see if this is the start of a rally.
Time to go for a ride.
Bang, what a move.
Just mounted with punches and not, oh, a nasty stop to finish it off.
Mistake made by Grimes. From behind. On a German suplex. Grimes isn't being given any room to recover.
Cameron's going to be reaching for the moonshine after the match if this keeps up.
Snapmare. Oh, man, a face scrape with his boot. challenger's a little worse for wear now. What a slam!
Impactful. It'll jar your spine.
Wolf certainly thinks highly of himself, dedicated to upholding the sanctity of the ring. Come on, Corey. That's got to be absolute ego.
Not when Wolf has the ability to back it up, Cole. He's been focused on studying his craft, improvising, adapting, overcoming.
Oh, this is not good at all. The pendulum backbreaker stretch.
Oh, Wolf avoids contact.
Tremendous German suplex. Step up Enziguri.
It's that time. Knee right to the gut.
Producing a trampling. Oh, and Wolf fights back.
Oh, hard impact in the corner.
Dangerous spot for him to be in.
He's got to figure out a way to get back in it, guys. Nothing good happens on the top rope. This could end it all. The distance halfway across the ring.
A bad place to be for the challenger.
They've definitely taken their lumps at this point. Their opponent is not messing around. Oh, nice deep arm drag.
Just punched him right in the mouth.
Relentless.
Enough already. And Grimes evades that.
That unraveled on Grimes.
Alexander Wolf about to put an end to things.
Oh, Death Valley driver.
Grimes is not going to like what's next. Alexander Wolf. Powerbomb. Looks like the champ is going to retain. Alexander Wolf's reign wasn't gonna end tonight.
Here is your winner, and still NXT North American Champion, Alexander Wolf.
And that seemed like a pretty easy day at the office right there.
As always, Cole, you're more polite than I am, so I'll just say what we're all thinking. This was as one-sided as it gets.
Oh, this is gonna be good.
The following contest is a triple threat match and is for the NXT Championship. Introducing the challenger from Huntington Beach, California, weighing in at 282 pounds, Samoa Joe.
It is a hard point to argue that Samoa Joe is one of the most feared men to ever step inside the ring.
Well, Samoa Joe brings that roughneck style of offense to the ring.
Samoa Joe is here to guarantee that a fight will break out.
Yeah, it's not going to be pretty, but it'll be decisive.
Well, the Austrian anomaly.
And many would say the toughest competitor in all of Europe.
Beyond Europe, Saxton, Walter's on his way to dominating the entire globe.
And introducing the champion, representing Imperium from Vienna, Austria, weighing in at 297 pounds. He is the NXT champion, Walter!
Guys, how impressive is this massive human being?
I agree wholeheartedly. This man held the NXT UK Championship for, get this, 870 days. That's 2 years and 4 months. Talk about dominance.
Yeah, this is a man in Walter who raises the game of everyone around him, as the rest of the Imperium can attest to.
Utilizing his smothering grappling skills, devastating strikes, and a 300-pound frame to help him back it all up. Walter truly is a force.
Well, guys, here's the human torture device.
Rugged, tough, no frills, no thrills. That is Timothy Thatcher.
And introducing the challenger, from Sacramento, California, weighing in at 225 pounds, Timothy Thatcher.
Well, this guy loves a good fight, and his cracked teeth are proof.
Ugh, like a dentist's nightmare.
Nothing pretty, nothing fancy about Timothy Thatcher. Simply a man on a mission to inflict pain. Defended all across the globe on sold-out takeovers, this NXT title has a lot of prestige.
NXT champion is right in the line of fire in this triple threat. Heads will be on a swivel on this one with Samoa Joe, Walter, and Timothy Thatcher.
And remember, the champion doesn't have to be part of the decision to lose the title.
And the champ can't be happy knowing that the title could be lost, not due to any fault of their own.
Shot right to the ribs.
He went right into that turnbuckle.
Corey, this match gives competitors so much to consider, so much to be on the lookout for. What are some of the hazards?
Well, you never know when you're going to be blindsided or which opponent will try to jack you up next. Allies become enemies at a moment's notice.
A competitor needs every ounce of situational awareness they have if they're going to survive this.
You got to check your chin.
Oh. Heading back to the ring.
Counter on Walter.
A counter answered by another counter.
And huge burning lariat.
Oh, with authority!
The WWE Universe is pouring more fuel on his fire right now. Double underhook. Power bomb.
The challenger eating up some damage.
Oh, he retaliates. He climbs into the ring.
What a counter from Joe.
Great job refocusing to reverse that. Nothing fancy there, spinning Uranagi.
Oh, right to the jaw.
And
Oh, what a lariat. Power from the suplex. Pin attempt for the championship. Kicking out in time.
Somehow, some way, he is still in this.
Oh, wrist clutch. Into an arm breaker. Nasty. Chop. Ooh. Oh. The champ's shoulders are down. And he stops the count. That's going to sting.
Uh-oh, Joe's nasty knee breaker by Samoa Joe. Enough already.
Oh. Set up in the corner of the ring.
Joe setting it up. This was about over.
Muscle buster. The title's in jeopardy here.
I think the paradigm has shifted.
Oh, shoulder up before 3.
We knew it was not going to be an easy task to put the champion away, and that's being proven right now.
More like the champion's proving that sooner perish than lose their title.
And guys, Samoa Joe needs to keep his focus to finish this fight.
Drop kick.
Great athleticism.
Oh, did you hear that? The challenger is not in a great place.
After lasting this long in a triple threat, it'd be a shame to take a nosedive now.
Oh, Thatcher got caught with the reversal. Coming back in the ring.
Oh, man, you can see he is feeling it now.
Jackhammer. Elbow drop.
Piercing.
Walter able to counter.
Up and down. Power bomb.
Oh, hold it on, hold it on.
Power bomb.
A third time.
Power bomb.
A championship level move.
The arm absorbing the damage. Now a pin for the championship. And Thatcher wins the title.
What a moment.
Here is your winner and the new NXT champion, Timothy Thatcher.
What a shift into the tides with this championship match.
Tonight is definitely a night to celebrate, but let's not lose sight of the fact they have a long road ahead of them now. At least, if they're lucky.
Oh, come on, Corey. Don't be such a party pooper. We've got a new champion.
you.